I think we should start this business because this business has a deadline. I think we should start this business because this business has a deadline. The design of the new website was professional and user-friendly. The design of the new website was professional and user-friendly. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I was arrested for a crime I didn't commit. I was arrested for a crime I didn't commit. These are fresh vegetables. These are fresh vegetables. Learning a new language is difficult. Learning a new language is difficult. Do we record these sessions normally? Do we record these sessions normally? We hope to reach our goals this year. We hope to reach our goals this year. I had visited that museum many times before. I had visited that museum many times before. Do they produce annually? Do they produce annually? Do you like fishing? Do you like fishing? This issue is linked to the previous one. This issue is linked to the previous one. Relevant regional. Relevant regional. We may not work at sunrise. We may not work at sunrise. She is a great cook and loves to try her new recipes. She is a great cook and loves to try her new recipes. Jenny is writing a letter to her friend. Jenny is writing a letter to her friend. Isn't it cream? Isn't it cream? I bought a new phone last week. I bought a new phone last week. They wouldn't do real estate right away. They wouldn't do real estate right away. Don't they see it, Dawn? Don't they see it, Dawn? She wants to be a fashion designer. She wants to be a fashion designer. Can it mark every day? Can it mark every day? Cannot object after 4 weeks. Cannot object after 4 weeks. The teacher explained the lesson. The teacher explained the lesson. Only important stepped was to calculate, was to calculate. After the storm passed, the sun came out. After the storm passed, the sun came out. Can't do an anesthetic at noon? Can't do an anesthetic at noon? Was his grandson a doctor? Was his grandson a doctor? The new teacher is friendlier than the old one. The new teacher is friendlier than the old one. Your brother-in-law was the speaker. Your brother-in-law was the speaker. We have to wake up early tomorrow. We have to wake up early tomorrow. Are my grandchildren apprentices? Are my grandchildren apprentices? Shall we have coffee together after school? Shall we have coffee together after school? We cleaned the house. We cleaned the house. Are his siblings investors? Are his siblings investors? I found my keys. I found my keys. A company. A company. I'm not sure if what you're saying is true. I'm not sure if what you're saying is true. The team will play a friendly match tomorrow. The team will play a friendly match tomorrow. Then he can take advantage of 3 in the morning. Then he can take advantage of 3 in the morning. Their husbands were accountants. Their husbands were accountants. They have to wear a helmet when riding a bike. They have to wear a helmet when riding a bike. Why is he playing the guitar? Because he likes music. Why is he playing the guitar? Because he likes music. If the weather doesn't freeze, I'll go out. If the weather doesn't freeze, I'll go out. The boy with glasses is the class president. The boy with glasses is the class president. Would he paint in the afternoon? Would he paint in the afternoon? Is our brother an orthopedist? Is our brother an orthopedist? We question. We question. We were having a picnic in the countryside. We were having a picnic in the countryside. Vagabond. Vagabond. May I have your permission to leave early? May I have your permission to leave early? He was retiring every week. He was retiring every week. Attended a conference and learned about new technologies. Attended a conference and learned about new technologies. His mother was a physicist. His mother was a physicist. Don't we need to bake right away? Don't we need to bake right away? Neighbor is environmentalist. Neighbor is environmentalist. He may not have enough money to buy it. He may not have enough money to buy it. He did not practice driving, so he did not pass the test. He did not practice driving, so he did not pass the test. The baby cries for attention. The baby cries for attention. Is my niece a babysitter? Is my niece a babysitter? I will use a blender to make smoothies. I will use a blender to make smoothies. I talk to my son every evening after school. I talk to my son every evening after school. His brother's name is Alex. His brother's name is Alex. Cannot expand from time to time. Cannot expand from time to time. Inclusive. Inclusive. Shall we install it now? Shall we install it now? I listen to music while working. I listen to music while working. Hard working. Hard working. The letter was delivered by the postman. The letter was delivered by the postman. Which cinema? Which cinema? I can finish the project by the deadline. I can finish the project by the deadline. We only have one bedroom in our house. We only have one bedroom in our house. 2 p.m. loading? 2 p.m. loading? They arrived at the airport in the evening. They arrived at the airport in the evening. Should I always choose? Should I always choose? I want ice cream. I want ice cream. They are cleaning the house. They are cleaning the house. We wouldn't be arrested every week. We wouldn't be arrested every week. Your daughter is a statistician. Your daughter is a statistician. They said to me, we're going to the beach. They said to me, we're going to the beach. They may not have been suitable before. They may not have been suitable before. You can play outside until dark. You can play outside until dark. His cousins are cleaners. His cousins are cleaners. Will he not ride? Will he not ride? How many people are in front of you? How many people are in front of you? The museum opens at 9 a.m. The museum opens at 9 a.m. It won't stop every day. It won't stop every day. If you don't hurry, we'll miss the bus. If you don't hurry, we'll miss the bus. Would normally attend. Would normally attend. I'll be waiting for 30 minutes when the train arrives. I'll be waiting for 30 minutes when the train arrives. Would he be an athlete every year? Would he be an athlete every year? Can't you apply then? Can't you apply then? You must be honest in your relationships. You must be honest in your relationships. They were playing chess when they realized it was midnight. They were playing chess when they realized it was midnight. Do you understand? Do you understand? Pronunciation is also an important element of learning English. Pronunciation is also an important element of learning English. You look tired. You look tired. We do not solve after 5 weeks. We do not solve after 5 weeks. He listened to music while working. He listened to music while working. Let me know if you want to go on a trip. Let me know if you want to go on a trip. White walls make the room appear larger. White walls make the room appear larger. I play tennis. I play tennis. We shouldn't start often. We shouldn't start often. His grandfather was a recruiter. His grandfather was a recruiter. Was her stepdaughter the editor? Was her stepdaughter the editor? Even waiting. Even waiting. They are laughing at a joke. They are laughing at a joke. Do you want an apple? Do you want an apple? It could be the weatherman 3 minutes ago. It could be the weatherman 3 minutes ago. How about a bottle of champagne? How about a bottle of champagne? I was kidnapped. I was kidnapped. I found an article explaining how to grow organic vegetables. I found an article explaining how to grow organic vegetables. These are your pet's rewards. These are your pet's rewards. Your son was a blacksmith. Your son was a blacksmith. Thank you. Thank you. The computer stolen from the office was never found. The computer stolen from the office was never found. I will do whatever you want me to do. I will do whatever you want me to do. Great query. Great query. He may not defend himself next year. He may not defend himself next year. The book is very long, it will take some time to finish. The book is very long, it will take some time to finish. Is your friend a butler? Is your friend a butler? Rarely will I appreciate it. Rarely will I appreciate it. I love cats. I love cats. I will go to work. I will go to work. You go on. You go on. He hated going to school. He hated going to school. The pine trees sway gently in the breeze. The pine trees sway gently in the breeze. How often does it come to us? How often does it come to us? Wonderful. Wonderful. Sentences. Sentences. Does not check later. Does not check later. She is a singer and has a beautiful voice. She is a singer and has a beautiful voice. I am also good. I am also good. I love art, especially painting. I love art, especially painting. I love going shopping for new clothes. I love going shopping for new clothes. Can we set up a meeting to discuss the progress of the project? Can we set up a meeting to discuss the progress of the project? Surpassed fortnight. Surpassed fortnight. He read a newspaper in the morning. He read a newspaper in the morning. Can you recommend a good coffee brand? Can you recommend a good coffee brand? He is an author and has published several books. He is an author and has published several books. Do you understand? Do you understand? Will I swim after one day? Will I swim after one day? He is one of the most important people in my life. He is one of the most important people in my life. We bought new shoes. We bought new shoes. This is a kind of apple. This is a kind of apple. He lifts. He lifts. Uncertainty. Uncertainty. Isn't he afraid? Isn't he afraid? Is his grandson a preacher? Is his grandson a preacher? After 5 nights we won't care. After 5 nights we won't care. I wish I didn't have to go to work tomorrow. I wish I didn't have to go to work tomorrow. If you don't hurry, you'll miss the bus. If you don't hurry, you'll miss the bus. I have to get up early for work. I have to get up early for work. The movie starts at dawn. The movie starts at dawn. The keys were found under the table. The keys were found under the table. I'm in the room below. I'm in the room below. English will be spoken all over the world. English will be spoken all over the world. We only have one bedroom in our house. We only have one bedroom in our house. On family trips, you go to the zoo. On family trips, you go to the zoo. Can I sit here next to you? Can I sit here next to you? He lived in 5 different countries. He lived in 5 different countries. I didn't want a big house. I didn't want a big house. Mary and John were classmates in high school. Mary and John were classmates in high school. I prefer taking the bus to the train. I prefer taking the bus to the train. The concert starts at 9 o'clock. The concert starts at 9 o'clock. We are waiting for concert tickets to go on sale. We are waiting for concert tickets to go on sale. Can I get a rain check for this discounted item? Can I get a rain check for this discounted item? He diligently played the piano and was selected for the prestigious concert. He diligently played the piano and was selected for the prestigious concert. You should take care of yourself. You should take care of yourself. I can meet my friends for lunch. I can meet my friends for lunch. I was an athlete every month. I was an athlete every month. May come at sunrise. May come at sunrise. Can I taste this juice? Can I taste this juice? The rest of the job. The rest of the job. What is your purpose? What is your purpose? I'm going to buy a new clock for my kitchen. I'm going to buy a new clock for my kitchen. I will build a bridge. I will build a bridge. As I thought of listing product. As I thought of listing product. Should not threaten after one night. Should not threaten after one night. Is your grandson a trainer? Is your grandson a trainer? Can you help me find my way to the student center? Can you help me find my way to the student center? Does he think? Does he think? Our wife was a machinist. Our wife was a machinist. You can reach out. You can reach out. Are sales still ongoing? Are sales still ongoing? Shouldn't it stop 10 years? Shouldn't it stop 10 years? You should get well soon. You should get well soon. Can you help me please? Can you help me please? Her neighbor was a model. Her neighbor was a model. Think over. Think over. The sun shines brightly in the morning. The sun shines brightly in the morning. Traveling is not comfortable. Traveling is not comfortable. Of all the options, this seemed like the best fit. Of all the options, this seemed like the best fit. You didn't tell us. You didn't tell us. He has to call his family to let him know that he's okay. He has to call his family to let him know that he's okay. Can't you watch every week? Can't you watch every week? I don't want to drink alcohol. I don't want to drink alcohol. You should take a break. You should take a break. We didn't judge often. We didn't judge often. Were their husbands environmentalists? Were their husbands environmentalists? By the time I finish this book, I will have read 100 pages. By the time I finish this book, I will have read 100 pages. There is a trash can under the table. There is a trash can under the table. He has a meeting at 2 in the afternoon. He has a meeting at 2 in the afternoon. Shouldn't we close? Shouldn't we close? The container holds 1 liter of liquid. The container holds 1 liter of liquid. You will be connected. You will be connected. Come here at night and look at the lake. Come here at night and look at the lake. Can you wear it after 3 nights? Can you wear it after 3 nights? She put on her sunscreen before going to the beach. She put on her sunscreen before going to the beach. He has to study for his exams. He has to study for his exams. Do they need to appeal right away? Do they need to appeal right away? I will have finished my novel by the end of the month. I will have finished my novel by the end of the month. Are you firing me? Are you firing me? Aren't they, nanny? Aren't they, nanny? I was late for my meeting due to traffic jam. I was late for my meeting due to traffic jam. We had the broken glass repaired by the glazier. We had the broken glass repaired by the glazier. May not choose later. May not choose later. Technology excellence. Technology excellence. I often volunteer at a local charity. I often volunteer at a local charity. He likes to go to the gym to exercise. He likes to go to the gym to exercise. If he worked, he would pass the exam. If he worked, he would pass the exam. I just got a call from my friend. I just got a call from my friend. You should wear it after 2 months. You should wear it after 2 months. We were waiting for the train to arrive at the station. We were waiting for the train to arrive at the station. Could this be a potential solution? Could this be a potential solution? Could you please button up my dress? I can't reach the top. Could you please button up my dress? I can't reach the top. This was a great idea. This was a great idea. I will take a photo. I will take a photo. Whose friend is that girl? Whose friend is that girl? Take it back. Take it back. Did they become a tailor in 2 seconds before? Did they become a tailor in 2 seconds before? Is her grandmother a teacher? Is her grandmother a teacher? They visited London. They visited London. We went hiking in the mountains and saw great views. We went hiking in the mountains and saw great views. Let me see yours. Let me see yours. Am I not a potter now? Am I not a potter now? You're going to the gym later today. You're going to the gym later today. Can you help me solve this riddle? Can you help me solve this riddle? Did they appear every year? Did they appear every year? We usually have lunch at 1 o'clock. We usually have lunch at 1 o'clock. The dog barked at himself in the mirror. The dog barked at himself in the mirror. If I were a writer, I would write best-selling novels. If I were a writer, I would write best-selling novels. How many spoons are in the drawer? How many spoons are in the drawer? My brother is more athletic than me. My brother is more athletic than me. They are no longer philosophers. They are no longer philosophers. They will not be shared soon. They will not be shared soon. His sister was an inventor. His sister was an inventor. Could he have contacted the night before? Could he have contacted the night before? I won't go out unless the sun is shining. I won't go out unless the sun is shining. Your wife was a marketer. Your wife was a marketer. They could not immediately become naturalists. They could not immediately become naturalists. Do you have any sweets? Do you have any sweets? When we got to the station, the train had left. When we got to the station, the train had left. The new laptop is faster than the old one. The new laptop is faster than the old one. Can I become an accountant in 1 week? Can I become an accountant in 1 week? I've been playing the piano for hours, so I was able to perform the piece perfectly. I've been playing the piano for hours, so I was able to perform the piece perfectly. Shouldn't they be athletic at sunset? Shouldn't they be athletic at sunset? We cannot place. We cannot place. I will never forget the happy moments we shared together in our relationship. I will never forget the happy moments we shared together in our relationship. I was working out regularly, but then I injured my knee and had to take a break. I was working out regularly, but then I injured my knee and had to take a break. Can't it be renewed monthly? Can't it be renewed monthly? Trustworthy. Trustworthy. His grandchildren are anesthesiologists. His grandchildren are anesthesiologists. I didn't see any problem. I didn't see any problem. They don't become hairdressers every year. They don't become hairdressers every year. May I know your name, please? May I know your name, please? Take 2 pills a day. Take 2 pills a day. Whenever I feel stressed, I like to go for a walk to clear my mind. Whenever I feel stressed, I like to go for a walk to clear my mind. He is my best friend. He is my best friend. He had his car repaired at the auto repair shop. He had his car repaired at the auto repair shop. When did you come? When did you come? Where can I find snacks and chips? Where can I find snacks and chips? I have an appointment with the doctor for tomorrow. I have an appointment with the doctor for tomorrow. They were to become paramedics in the afternoon. They were to become paramedics in the afternoon. We went shopping at the mall. We went shopping at the mall. Did you read the book before watching the movie? Did you read the book before watching the movie? Will there be 2 afternoon programmers? Will there be 2 afternoon programmers? I'll meet you at the cafe after work. I'll meet you at the cafe after work. Can borrow. Can borrow. We're going to the beach this weekend. We're going to the beach this weekend. Can I taste this salad mix sample? Can I taste this salad mix sample? My stepbrother is a garbage man. My stepbrother is a garbage man. In case you don't have friends in town. In case you don't have friends in town. What is your favorite season, summer or winter? What is your favorite season, summer or winter? Do we record these sessions normally? Do we record these sessions normally? Was her half-sister a songwriter? Was her half-sister a songwriter? I won't remember after 5 nights. I won't remember after 5 nights. I'm learning to play the piano. I'm learning to play the piano. I'll tie the atmosphere to the August sun to attract you. I'll tie the atmosphere to the August sun to attract you. I want to have pizza for dinner. I want to have pizza for dinner. After 4 weeks you will step up. After 4 weeks you will step up. Won't he thank you? Won't he thank you? I'm in the room with the fireplace. I'm in the room with the fireplace. I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired. We have a great time playing board games. We have a great time playing board games. Your stepson was the CEO. Your stepson was the CEO. I failed 3 weeks ago. I failed 3 weeks ago. I will retire in 10 years. I will retire in 10 years. You can ignore me. You can ignore me. Was your colleague the dean? Was your colleague the dean? I will work on my project from 2 to 4 p.m. tomorrow. I will work on my project from 2 to 4 p.m. tomorrow. I never eat seafood. I never eat seafood. Don't touch 10 years. Don't touch 10 years. Whose bag is on the table? Whose bag is on the table? Was our stepdaughter a director? Was our stepdaughter a director? Dinner time. Dinner time. I didn't want to go home. I didn't want to go home. I'm going to the grocery store to buy something to eat for my party. I'm going to the grocery store to buy something to eat for my party. These are my favorite authors. These are my favorite authors. Why did you walk? Why did you walk? Pizza topping. Pizza topping. I don't care if you're 35. I don't care if you're 35. Should they search at dusk? Should they search at dusk? Aren't we directly at 5 a.m.? Aren't we directly at 5 a.m.? She enjoys cooking Asian cuisine. She enjoys cooking Asian cuisine. I was going to school. I was going to school. I would add now. I would add now. Is your nephew a dishwasher? Is your nephew a dishwasher? Your accent is very strong. Your accent is very strong. Were his half-brothers chauffeurs? Were his half-brothers chauffeurs? I am very grateful for my aunt's support. I am very grateful for my aunt's support. My bag is heavier than yours. My bag is heavier than yours. Could you please help me move this heavy desk? Could you please help me move this heavy desk? She bought a new dress for the party. She bought a new dress for the party. 5 centuries later he would approve. 5 centuries later he would approve. Her grandmother is a consultant. Her grandmother is a consultant. Is it acceptable to ask for money as a wedding gift? Is it acceptable to ask for money as a wedding gift? From where I sit, I can see the mountains in the distance. From where I sit, I can see the mountains in the distance. John is going to the party, and so am I. John is going to the party, and so am I. I have to skip to another meeting. I have to skip to another meeting. We'll stop at noon. We'll stop at noon. Didn't he suppress? Didn't he suppress? Contains harmful chemicals. Contains harmful chemicals. What can I get for you? What can I get for you? It values honesty and integrity. It values honesty and integrity. Won't there be a hematologist after 4 evenings? Won't there be a hematologist after 4 evenings? If you need help, just ask me. If you need help, just ask me. Unsuitable. Unsuitable. We watch the sunset every evening. We watch the sunset every evening. I taught at noon. I taught at noon. My alarm will go off in an hour. My alarm will go off in an hour. We may not allow it every year. We may not allow it every year. In 10 years I will be traveling the world. In 10 years I will be traveling the world. I'm going to the office. I'm going to the office. The woman whose purse was stolen called the police. The woman whose purse was stolen called the police. Why did you just say to me? Why did you just say to me? He couldn't find his keys anywhere. He couldn't find his keys anywhere. So far, so good. So far, so good. Was his grandfather a jeweler? Was his grandfather a jeweler? Suggestion. Suggestion. It could cost 2 years ago. It could cost 2 years ago. He ran a marathon and finished in under 4 hours. He ran a marathon and finished in under 4 hours. You like to read books, don't you? You like to read books, don't you? Have you been to Turkey before? Have you been to Turkey before? It was my duty to help my friend in need. It was my duty to help my friend in need. Shouldn't you be connecting? Shouldn't you be connecting? Even though it's raining, I still go for a run. Even though it's raining, I still go for a run. We'll run into more obstacles down the road. We'll run into more obstacles down the road. The company had its website redesigned by a professional web developer. The company had its website redesigned by a professional web developer. I know that. I know that. You enter school. You enter school. Shouldn't he be a civil engineer after one day? Shouldn't he be a civil engineer after one day? He works hard to support his family. He works hard to support his family. She sang a lullaby to her baby. She sang a lullaby to her baby. I am 9 years old and I go to school. I am 9 years old and I go to school. They will buy a new car next year. They will buy a new car next year. Add soon? Add soon? Our wife was a hairdresser. Our wife was a hairdresser. I can't eat spicy food. It's too hot for me. I can't eat spicy food. It's too hot for me. He was enjoying his coffee on the balcony. He was enjoying his coffee on the balcony. I have already finished my homework, he said to his friend. I have already finished my homework, he said to his friend. I'm in the room with the money. I'm in the room with the money. Shouldn't it be reduced? Shouldn't it be reduced? Can't they decide next year? Can't they decide next year? The restaurant opens at 1800. The restaurant opens at 1800. Still, there are some uncertainties that we must address. Still, there are some uncertainties that we must address. The East Coast was hit by a severe storm. The East Coast was hit by a severe storm. Will you lure 4 a.m. later? Will you lure 4 a.m. later? There aren't enough chairs for everyone. There aren't enough chairs for everyone. I really wanted a baby. I really wanted a baby. Can you get some milk on the way home, please? Can you get some milk on the way home, please? He has to study for the exam. He has to study for the exam. We hiked in the mountains all day. We hiked in the mountains all day. He likes to watch TV programs. He likes to watch TV programs. Hi, does any team use K6.io to load test both gRPC and HTTP endpoints? Hi, does any team use K6.io to load test both gRPC and HTTP endpoints? Sometimes they take a stroll in the countryside. Sometimes they take a stroll in the countryside. Their father was an anesthesiologist. Their father was an anesthesiologist. Please contact me or my team with your question. Please contact me or my team with your question. Normally I'll be the foreman. Normally I'll be the foreman. After we have our lunch, we go shopping. After we have our lunch, we go shopping. Do you know where the museum is? Do you know where the museum is? They have been renovating their house for a while. They have been renovating their house for a while. Mostly. Mostly. Can't sit after 4 years? Can't sit after 4 years? Would I learn? Would I learn? He wishes to turn his hobby into a profitable business. He wishes to turn his hobby into a profitable business. He speaks softly. He speaks softly. They want to visit Paris next summer. They want to visit Paris next summer. How many pens do you have in your bag? How many pens do you have in your bag? Who is Maria? Who is Maria? The pink dress suits you better than the yellow one. The pink dress suits you better than the yellow one. I wish they had bought tickets for the concert in advance. I wish they had bought tickets for the concert in advance. My goal is to work hard. My goal is to work hard. He couldn't find the keys to his house. He couldn't find the keys to his house. Did he share? Did he share? I was sorry. I was sorry. Then we are not stewardess. Then we are not stewardess. He can lend you his car if you ask nicely. He can lend you his car if you ask nicely. Will he be a journeyman? Will he be a journeyman? Did you come back soon? Did you come back soon? They should not be guards at sunrise. They should not be guards at sunrise. I told you everything about me. I told you everything about me. I enjoy making new recipes. I enjoy making new recipes. Could you please provide a list of your current medications? Could you please provide a list of your current medications? We prefer watching movies at home rather than going to the cinema. We prefer watching movies at home rather than going to the cinema. If they don't go now, they'll be late. If they don't go now, they'll be late. Will not wage war every year. Will not wage war every year. If we work hard, we can achieve our goals. If we work hard, we can achieve our goals. Be aware of possible biases. Be aware of possible biases. I have to be a journeyman every week. I have to be a journeyman every week. We can't use it after 4 nights. We can't use it after 4 nights. No clean sheets on the bed. No clean sheets on the bed. I went to the dentist to have my teeth cleaned. I went to the dentist to have my teeth cleaned. I have been studying for 10 hours. I have been studying for 10 hours. I'm cooking dinner for my family. I'm cooking dinner for my family. You should have obeyed the traffic rules. You should have obeyed the traffic rules. Wound. Wound. Sorry. All our rooms face the parking lot. Sorry. All our rooms face the parking lot. Can't I draw? Can't I draw? Rarely wear. Rarely wear. Was your nephew a politician? Was your nephew a politician? You must turn in your homework on time, said the professor. You must turn in your homework on time, said the professor. We couldn't do that. We couldn't do that. He has some time to finish his homework. He has some time to finish his homework. We've already made our plans for the weekend. We've already made our plans for the weekend. Whose phone is this? Whose phone is this? We were jogging in the park early in the morning. We were jogging in the park early in the morning. He won't be doing his internship in an hour. He won't be doing his internship in an hour. He maintains his body by exercising regularly. He maintains his body by exercising regularly. Can't I be a waitress sometimes? Can't I be a waitress sometimes? He just graduated from university. He just graduated from university. He is playing the guitar. He is playing the guitar. These are easy exercises. These are easy exercises. She didn't do tailoring at dusk. She didn't do tailoring at dusk. Sometimes we shouldn't be orthopedists. Sometimes we shouldn't be orthopedists. Was your mother a model? Was your mother a model? We will live in 5 years. We will live in 5 years. We can experience immediately. We can experience immediately. We have to use the stairs as the elevator is broken. We have to use the stairs as the elevator is broken. He was writing a letter when the pen ran out of ink. He was writing a letter when the pen ran out of ink. Are you sure about these data? Are you sure about these data? Can you be an overseer every day? Can you be an overseer every day? What is your favorite type of weather? What is your favorite type of weather? Will I listen in 2 years? Will I listen in 2 years? They were destroyed at night. They were destroyed at night. Your grandson was a harvester. Your grandson was a harvester. Should not be an optician every month. Should not be an optician every month. They use public transport for transportation. They use public transport for transportation. They could become senators right away. They could become senators right away. I will be playing tennis tomorrow afternoon. I will be playing tennis tomorrow afternoon. I will go to school by bus. I will go to school by bus. Part of it. Part of it. I'm in the room with the music. I'm in the room with the music. The train does not stop at this station. The train does not stop at this station. They would work. They would work. Flowers bloomed in spring. Flowers bloomed in spring. Didn't it take 10 years? Didn't it take 10 years? We have already booked our tickets. We have already booked our tickets. You didn't tell me anything about yourself. You didn't tell me anything about yourself. All tickets for the concert are sold out. All tickets for the concert are sold out. We have guests in the gym. We have guests in the gym. They said, if we don't go now, we'll be late. They said, if we don't go now, we'll be late. Wouldn't he care? Wouldn't he care? See you later. See you later. We're getting a new car next month. We're getting a new car next month. Students are more careful in class. Students are more careful in class. Are our grandchildren singers? Are our grandchildren singers? Did you complete it? Did you complete it? He lost a lot of blood during the accident. He lost a lot of blood during the accident. Do you want help with this? Do you want help with this? Someone else will die in 13 minutes, unless I find him first. Someone else will die in 13 minutes, unless I find him first. The employee was fired for stealing company property. The employee was fired for stealing company property. Have we taught in 5 seconds before? Have we taught in 5 seconds before? Is there a pharmacy in this store? Is there a pharmacy in this store? If they had money, they could travel the world. If they had money, they could travel the world. Do you remember the guy who fixed our car? Do you remember the guy who fixed our car? Where are you going today? Where are you going today? Her mother-in-law was a pianist. Her mother-in-law was a pianist. When the audience arrives, they will start the concert. When the audience arrives, they will start the concert. How thoughtful. How thoughtful. I like to read books in my spare time. I like to read books in my spare time. We must continue. We must continue. I'm so excited for the weekend. I'm so excited for the weekend. He fixed the broken TV. He fixed the broken TV. Your nephew is Roar. Your nephew is Roar. The store is closed on Christmas Day. The store is closed on Christmas Day. Have you ever been to a Broadway show before last night? Have you ever been to a Broadway show before last night? He said to me, I have a job interview tomorrow. He said to me, I have a job interview tomorrow. Was he never a miner? Was he never a miner? Can't he create? Can't he create? I have an idea. I have an idea. Do we have to serve after 4 midnight? Do we have to serve after 4 midnight? We cleaned the house. We cleaned the house. Couldn't you have been a consultant 3 centuries ago? Couldn't you have been a consultant 3 centuries ago? My bag was stolen. My bag was stolen. Where is my book? I cannot find. Where is my book? I cannot find. We don't get involved often. We don't get involved often. Despite financial difficulties, they started their own business. Despite financial difficulties, they started their own business. Be aware. Be aware. Don't you normally have to suffer? Don't you normally have to suffer? I don't notice anything in particular about them. I don't notice anything in particular about them. There are no students in the classroom. There are no students in the classroom. Their neighbors are preachers. Their neighbors are preachers. It can be cut 1 year ago. It can be cut 1 year ago. The chef was fined for using expired ingredients. The chef was fined for using expired ingredients. Are you going to work by bus tomorrow? Are you going to work by bus tomorrow? Were they dating for a long time before they decided to break up? Were they dating for a long time before they decided to break up? Give me a break. Give me a break. I think we should go to the beach this weekend. I think we should go to the beach this weekend. My brother is more extroverted than me. My brother is more extroverted than me. He doesn't stop playing until he wins the match. He doesn't stop playing until he wins the match. Can you attend this meeting? Can you attend this meeting? You should go for it. You should go for it. He wrote an insightful article about the future of artificial intelligence. He wrote an insightful article about the future of artificial intelligence. Format. Format. I always collect Christmas cards from my friends and family. I always collect Christmas cards from my friends and family. Never mind. Never mind. Would you like some tea? Would you like some tea? His brother-in-law was a sportscaster. His brother-in-law was a sportscaster. It's getting cold outside. It's getting cold outside. I may be late for our appointment. I may be late for our appointment. His heart is good. His heart is good. He is a successful businessman and owns his own company. He is a successful businessman and owns his own company. The document has been saved to the computer. The document has been saved to the computer. Sometimes it shouldn't. Sometimes it shouldn't. The house they build is quite large. The house they build is quite large. He took a shower and got ready for bed. He took a shower and got ready for bed. My nephew was a songwriter. My nephew was a songwriter. He always arrives on time. He always arrives on time. He easily understands the concept. He easily understands the concept. You prefer weekly. You prefer weekly. I had studied before you came home. I had studied before you came home. I'm not sure what to do, but I'll keep trying. I'm not sure what to do, but I'll keep trying. I'm a student. I'm a student. And I was wondering if you said anything. And I was wondering if you said anything. I don't understand. I don't understand. If I have enough money, I will buy a new car. If I have enough money, I will buy a new car. Children played in the park. Children played in the park. Today I got up early and had my breakfast too. Today I got up early and had my breakfast too. He read an interesting book yesterday. He read an interesting book yesterday. I want to travel somewhere. I want to travel somewhere. The children were playing in the park. The children were playing in the park. They will not wage war. They will not wage war. It may not happen at sunrise. It may not happen at sunrise. Do you attack? Do you attack? I prefer tea to coffee. I prefer tea to coffee. We couldn't come 2 days ago. We couldn't come 2 days ago. She will learn to swim this summer. She will learn to swim this summer. May not buy after a year. May not buy after a year. Before we leave, let's double check that we have everything. Before we leave, let's double check that we have everything. Did they follow up every week? Did they follow up every week? Did not refuse the previous one evening. Did not refuse the previous one evening. You couldn't be an illustrator for a week before. You couldn't be an illustrator for a week before. Didn't they eat? Didn't they eat? We would remove. We would remove. They should not set the decade. They should not set the decade. Not sorting at dusk? Not sorting at dusk? I normally take it off. I normally take it off. You will need to repair your car. You will need to repair your car. You shouldn't do engineering every year. You shouldn't do engineering every year. He attended a language course to learn Spanish. He attended a language course to learn Spanish. Can you give some advice? Can you give some advice? It's like you'll have learned in 2 months. It's like you'll have learned in 2 months. Can't make a weekly cream? Can't make a weekly cream? The car parked itself in the parking lot. The car parked itself in the parking lot. These are bright stars. These are bright stars. Confusion matrix. Confusion matrix. Can you be a monk every day? Can you be a monk every day? They eat healthy food every day. They eat healthy food every day. You can be a scavenger every month. You can be a scavenger every month. He had his car washed and detailed at the car wash. He had his car washed and detailed at the car wash. Chatty. Chatty. I'm a student. I'm a student. I have never seen Istanbul before. I have never seen Istanbul before. We went to Paris to see the Eiffel Tower. We went to Paris to see the Eiffel Tower. Will they write yearly? Will they write yearly? They will be renovating their kitchen next month. They will be renovating their kitchen next month. I can take a break after I finish my work. I can take a break after I finish my work. Filthy. Filthy. Base layer did not. Base layer did not. I see your sister. I see your sister. Do you benefit? Do you benefit? He wasn't the chef every year. He wasn't the chef every year. They are not translated every day. They are not translated every day. Let me know if you want to go to the gym. Let me know if you want to go to the gym. Playing tennis. Playing tennis. I always take the subway to go to work. I always take the subway to go to work. We must not be late for the meeting. We must not be late for the meeting. It's a deal. It's a deal. They studied abroad for a while. They studied abroad for a while. I will go on a journey. I will go on a journey. We could have it every week. We could have it every week. This is good. This is good. We have everything. We have everything. I can assure you the attitude I'm trying to make is a shot. I can assure you the attitude I'm trying to make is a shot. I can't believe I won the lottery. I can't believe I won the lottery. Can you help me with this math problem? Can you help me with this math problem? He can't go out because he's grounded. He can't go out because he's grounded. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Did I walk? Did I walk? Should we mark earlier? Should we mark earlier? I'm planning to visit my grandfather next weekend. I'm planning to visit my grandfather next weekend. Can't handle the dawn? Can't handle the dawn? I'm meeting with my counselor next week. I'm meeting with my counselor next week. Real estate agents. Real estate agents. I need scissors. I need scissors. Can't base every day? Can't base every day? Can't you hint at twilight? Can't you hint at twilight? Why did you just say to me? Why did you just say to me? We need to fix this problem before it becomes a bigger problem. We need to fix this problem before it becomes a bigger problem. If it snowed, we would make a snowman. If it snowed, we would make a snowman. Awareness. Awareness. He hated going to school. He hated going to school. Was his half-brother a barber? Was his half-brother a barber? Shouldn't I be a weekly player? Shouldn't I be a weekly player? He was born on February 20th. He was born on February 20th. His stepmother is a sailor. His stepmother is a sailor. What kind of toys? What kind of toys? Fist. Fist. He is studying for the final exams. He is studying for the final exams. The dog chased its tail. The dog chased its tail. We were having a barbecue in the backyard. We were having a barbecue in the backyard. Can I get a rain control for this product if it is out of stock? Can I get a rain control for this product if it is out of stock? Was rarely mechanical. Was rarely mechanical. Everyone dreams of death. Everyone dreams of death. They should have fixed the broken glass. They should have fixed the broken glass. Which teams should be involved in such a solution? Which teams should be involved in such a solution? He had already had his breakfast before he went for a run. He had already had his breakfast before he went for a run. He listens to podcasts on his way to work. He listens to podcasts on his way to work. What a nice view. What a nice view. He likes to go fishing on the weekends. He likes to go fishing on the weekends. Where will I find it? Where will I find it? Her husband is a swimmer. Her husband is a swimmer. Coffee spills on the floor. Coffee spills on the floor. He couldn't make jewelry 2 days ago. He couldn't make jewelry 2 days ago. She paints in her art class every week. She paints in her art class every week. Sometimes we couldn't meet. Sometimes we couldn't meet. Did they appear every year? Did they appear every year? Are their stepdads managers? Are their stepdads managers? He visited his grandfather. He visited his grandfather. Do you want to go for a walk this weekend? Do you want to go for a walk this weekend? I'm sorry for what I said. I'm sorry for what I said. Can they care monthly? Can they care monthly? Give me a chance. Give me a chance. He will be angry if you forget your birthday. He will be angry if you forget your birthday. Was his nephew the sheriff? Was his nephew the sheriff? Will he ever pay? Will he ever pay? They may not reflect after one evening. They may not reflect after one evening. Is our sister a therapist? Is our sister a therapist? We go to the amusement park once a year. We go to the amusement park once a year. The city is busy. The city is busy. Did they buy a new house? Did they buy a new house? Next year he will open his own business. Next year he will open his own business. Can't be a daily vocalist? Can't be a daily vocalist? I will have lunch at 1 o'clock. I will have lunch at 1 o'clock. Don't we separate? Don't we separate? Measurement. Measurement. So what are we doing now? So what are we doing now? He goes to the beach to relax. He goes to the beach to relax. We will object immediately. We will object immediately. Can't I fall? Can't I fall? Outside, snow is falling softly. Outside, snow is falling softly. They had their cars washed at the car wash. They had their cars washed at the car wash. Has your spouse collected donations? Has your spouse collected donations? You should study harder for the exam. You should study harder for the exam. The baby has been crying for hours. The baby has been crying for hours. I will shop. I will shop. They cleaned the house together. They cleaned the house together. What about me? What about me? I had studied before you came home. I had studied before you came home. I'll have to scrutinize my options before making a decision. I'll have to scrutinize my options before making a decision. When will you go home? When will you go home? Can you explain how to use this tool? Can you explain how to use this tool? He just graduated from university. He just graduated from university. We want 4 tickets, please. We want 4 tickets, please. Where can I find the frozen foods section? Where can I find the frozen foods section? Can I use my loyalty card for a discount? Can I use my loyalty card for a discount? Wouldn't it be the police after 5 nights? Wouldn't it be the police after 5 nights? Am I not going to be a sociologist every year? Am I not going to be a sociologist every year? If I finish my work early, I will go to the cinema. If I finish my work early, I will go to the cinema. I am 9 years old and I go to school. I am 9 years old and I go to school. After 5 nights, he can be a contractor. After 5 nights, he can be a contractor. He will normally be the governor. He will normally be the governor. Is there a party supplies section in the store? Is there a party supplies section in the store? Can you recommend me a good book to read? Can you recommend me a good book to read? And then I relax in the afternoon. And then I relax in the afternoon. Was my aunt a tradesman? Was my aunt a tradesman? I don't notice anything in particular about these. I don't notice anything in particular about these. Was your grandfather a guide? Was your grandfather a guide? You'll have it in a second. You'll have it in a second. It wouldn't be over soon. It wouldn't be over soon. Raw beets. Raw beets. They took a shower. They took a shower. It can be stored after 3 days. It can be stored after 3 days. Will it sit normally? Will it sit normally? Did you see the last episode of that show? Ask. Did you see the last episode of that show? Ask. We remove. We remove. I can be a producer. I can be a producer. We'll let you leave early. We'll let you leave early. I am determined to make a difference in the world. I am determined to make a difference in the world. Couldn't he answer? Couldn't he answer? I am very lucky. I am very lucky. What is your favorite sandwich filling? What is your favorite sandwich filling? He was fixing his car in the garage. He was fixing his car in the garage. We are against the new development proposal. We are against the new development proposal. How beautiful! How beautiful! I'm going to the market to buy some chicken. I'm going to the market to buy some chicken. The cake is very delicious, you must try it. The cake is very delicious, you must try it. Shouldn't he be a physicist in 3 months? Shouldn't he be a physicist in 3 months? I hope you get well soon. I hope you get well soon. I understand the situation. I understand the situation. Retired. Retired. Cannot warn. Cannot warn. He is a successful lawyer and has won many lawsuits. He is a successful lawyer and has won many lawsuits. Sometimes we didn't get along. Sometimes we didn't get along. Did you walk? Did you walk? He needs to take medicine for a cold. He needs to take medicine for a cold. Guard. Guard. Are your grandchildren investors? Are your grandchildren investors? Can you edit after 1 month? Can you edit after 1 month? I'm going on vacation in June. I'm going on vacation in June. He is the kindest person I know. He is the kindest person I know. I can go home. I can go home. Can we set up a meeting to discuss the progress of the project? Can we set up a meeting to discuss the progress of the project? Is there a pharmacy counter in the store? Is there a pharmacy counter in the store? Shouldn't he win soon? Shouldn't he win soon? He is a successful entrepreneur and has founded several companies. He is a successful entrepreneur and has founded several companies. Don't they iron every day? Don't they iron every day? Check out. Check out. Didn't you take 2 weeks off? Didn't you take 2 weeks off? Your granddaughter is the photographer. Your granddaughter is the photographer. You go on. You go on. He needs to buy food for dinner. He needs to buy food for dinner. Don't forget to shop at the grocery store on the way home, my mom told me. Don't forget to shop at the grocery store on the way home, my mom told me. I stop at a red light and wait for the car to start. I stop at a red light and wait for the car to start. Shouldn't it be stored every month? Shouldn't it be stored every month? Watching sports is interesting. Watching sports is interesting. Students ask questions in class. Students ask questions in class. Yellow flowers are brighter than white ones. Yellow flowers are brighter than white ones. Have we taught in 5 seconds before? Have we taught in 5 seconds before? We should not act at dawn. We should not act at dawn. Didn't I just bake? Didn't I just bake? The bridge was built years ago. The bridge was built years ago. Our grandson is a florist. Our grandson is a florist. Next month, I will be working for this company for 5 years. Next month, I will be working for this company for 5 years. He'll be back in a few hours. He'll be back in a few hours. To put. They haven't finished their homework, have they? They haven't finished their homework, have they? His aunt was a chemist. His aunt was a chemist. He better apologize for his behavior. He better apologize for his behavior. I crawled in the city. I crawled in the city. So do you know what you want to buy? So do you know what you want to buy? If he had a map, he would find his way. If he had a map, he would find his way. Can it ever be destroyed? Can it ever be destroyed? Must lose. Must lose. I want to take a trip to Europe. I want to take a trip to Europe. Will I destroy it next year? Will I destroy it next year? When you come back, I will have moved to a new city. When you come back, I will have moved to a new city. We shouldn't shout after one night. We shouldn't shout after one night. Who did you talk to? Who did you talk to? His brothers are soldiers. His brothers are soldiers. Analyze. Analyze. The container holds 1 liter of liquid. The container holds 1 liter of liquid. They go to school on their bikes. They go to school on their bikes. He needs to fix the leaky faucet. He needs to fix the leaky faucet. Can you help me move this sofa? Can you help me move this sofa? I can paint yearly. I can paint yearly. Are published monthly. Are published monthly. Was his nephew the gardener? Was his nephew the gardener? The book is very long, it will take some time to finish. The book is very long, it will take some time to finish. I was working 2 years later. I was working 2 years later. Am I never an illusionist? Am I never an illusionist? I've never been a jeweler before. I've never been a jeweler before. Couldn't we connect at 5 o'clock the night before? Couldn't we connect at 5 o'clock the night before? Concluded. Concluded. Hello everyone. I'm Tony from Turkey. Hello everyone. I'm Tony from Turkey. They should not fly the traffic controller after 3 weeks. They should not fly the traffic controller after 3 weeks. Do you have plans for next weekend? Do you have plans for next weekend? If you want to continue, please continue. If you want to continue, please continue. If it snows tomorrow, we will make a snowman. If it snows tomorrow, we will make a snowman. To practice. To practice. I will need a lot of help to get everything done on time. I will need a lot of help to get everything done on time. They didn't get it. They didn't get it. They are my friends. They are my friends. Considers noon. Considers noon. Are your brothers archaeologists? Are your brothers archaeologists? Could you drop me off at the airport, please? Could you drop me off at the airport, please? Isn't he back next week? Isn't he back next week? My uncle is a doctor. My uncle is a doctor. We usually go on vacation in the winter. We usually go on vacation in the winter. The equipment was very busy and it was very difficult to escape. The equipment was very busy and it was very difficult to escape. Couldn't they be lifeguards last year? Couldn't they be lifeguards last year? He could have won the lottery. He could have won the lottery. Sorry, I didn't hear your name. Sorry, I didn't hear your name. It happens in May. It happens in May. I'll bring you a tray of food in a few minutes. I'll bring you a tray of food in a few minutes. Is your grandfather a fireman? Is your grandfather a fireman? Hasn't he finished his presentation yet? Hasn't he finished his presentation yet? I would buy new shoes. I would buy new shoes. Is a naturalist at dawn. Is a naturalist at dawn. He was accepted into his dream university. He was accepted into his dream university. The bus ride was too long. The bus ride was too long. We've been driving for hours. We've been driving for hours. I will be playing tennis tomorrow afternoon. I will be playing tennis tomorrow afternoon. They're going to dance at the club tonight. They're going to dance at the club tonight. If it rains, the ground gets wet. If it rains, the ground gets wet. The English language has many interesting vocabulary. The English language has many interesting vocabulary. I will spend my weekend watching sports. I will spend my weekend watching sports. Can she do gymnastics for 10 years? Can she do gymnastics for 10 years? Whose medal is this? Whose medal is this? Should not follow. Should not follow. What is your favorite animal? What is your favorite animal? Can he lose? Can he lose? Can you manage 2 weeks? Can you manage 2 weeks? We go to school by bus. We go to school by bus. He has to catch the bus to go to work. He has to catch the bus to go to work. You rarely objected. You rarely objected. He goes to the library every week. He goes to the library every week. We're going to a concert. We're going to a concert. Check when. Check when. I'm going to the movies with my friends. I'm going to the movies with my friends. We'll buy a new laptop. We'll buy a new laptop. Will I never invite? Will I never invite? Can I pay by credit card? Can I pay by credit card? The bus driver was very professional. The bus driver was very professional. He likes listening to music. He likes listening to music. Let me check. Let me check. He often forgets his keys. He often forgets his keys. The book has been read by many. The book has been read by many. His aunt is an art director. His aunt is an art director. My father asked me for some wood. My father asked me for some wood. I'll have to take an exam to get my license. I'll have to take an exam to get my license. We have the food delivered to our door. We have the food delivered to our door. I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to be fair. Workers were repairing the road. Workers were repairing the road. Then it should install. Then it should install. I do not know how to tell. I do not know how to tell. We are hiking in the mountains. We are hiking in the mountains. I'm having a problem with my computer. I'm having a problem with my computer. Do you know the girl who won the singing contest? Do you know the girl who won the singing contest? Have you ever been scuba diving? Have you ever been scuba diving? I told you all my secrets. I told you all my secrets. I must not forget to set my alarm clock for tomorrow morning. I must not forget to set my alarm clock for tomorrow morning. We adopted a dog to have a loyal friend. We adopted a dog to have a loyal friend. I'm going to the eye doctor. I'm going to the eye doctor. We were driving at night. We were driving at night. He wasn't bartending every week. He wasn't bartending every week. Is her mother-in-law an announcer? Is her mother-in-law an announcer? If he passed the driver's license test, he would buy a car. If he passed the driver's license test, he would buy a car. To close. To close. I suspect there was a foul in the incident. I suspect there was a foul in the incident. Untimely. Untimely. Unfortunately, we don't have much time. Unfortunately, we don't have much time. I haven't had lunch yet. I haven't had lunch yet. Your wife was a marketer. Your wife was a marketer. I don't deserve to be treated like this. I don't deserve to be treated like this. Should we hire more staff to help with the workload? Should we hire more staff to help with the workload? Were her grandchildren ballerinas? Were her grandchildren ballerinas? You will become an economist. You will become an economist. My daughter is a teacher. My daughter is a teacher. Special. Special. When the meeting is over, he will be talking for 2 hours. When the meeting is over, he will be talking for 2 hours. I felt rejected. I felt rejected. He cooked dinner for us. He cooked dinner for us. Can he do gymnastics in the afternoon? Can he do gymnastics in the afternoon? How many brothers and sisters does Robinson have? How many brothers and sisters does Robinson have? What the hell are you doing under the table? What the hell are you doing under the table? I'm applying. I'm applying. I think you should buy a car. I think you should buy a car. The store closes at 8 p.m. The store closes at 8 p.m. He wouldn't dance. He wouldn't dance. May I see your passport and boarding pass, please? May I see your passport and boarding pass, please? You should have started your homework earlier. You should have started your homework earlier. What sports can you do? What sports can you do? The team is working on their strategy. The team is working on their strategy. 3 years later, isn't he a stickman? 3 years later, isn't he a stickman? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? How was your weekend with your family? How was your weekend with your family? Later I learned that the law was on my side. Later I learned that the law was on my side. He forgot his wallet at the restaurant. He forgot his wallet at the restaurant. Can you add more salt to my food? Can you add more salt to my food? The baby sleeping soundly in his crib was so cute. The baby sleeping soundly in his crib was so cute. We go to school by bus. We go to school by bus. I'm going to the apartment. I'm going to the apartment. Will you be able to finish the project by Friday? Will you be able to finish the project by Friday? His stepson was the butler. His stepson was the butler. They contain important information. They contain important information. To organize. To organize. Does this store have a deli counter? Does this store have a deli counter? You can watch it at noon. You can watch it at noon. I have a big brick house. I have a big brick house. Will they travel to Europe? Will they travel to Europe? Can you confess? Can you confess? He likes to read books but prefers to watch movies. He likes to read books but prefers to watch movies. Struggle. Struggle. I'll finish this puzzle and do some cleaning up after that. I'll finish this puzzle and do some cleaning up after that. I thought you'd be happy to see me. I thought you'd be happy to see me. We accept all major credit cards. We accept all major credit cards. The toaster burned my bread. The toaster burned my bread. Your grandson is a lawyer. Your grandson is a lawyer. He should have studied harder for the exam. He should have studied harder for the exam. Can he prepare it every day? Can he prepare it every day? We couldn't be a monthly songwriter. We couldn't be a monthly songwriter. If it snowed, we would make a snowman. If it snowed, we would make a snowman. The coach helped the team prepare for the big game. The coach helped the team prepare for the big game. I always look at reviews before making a purchase. I always look at reviews before making a purchase. You shouldn't judge. You shouldn't judge. Is our uncle the president? Is our uncle the president? Could not appear. Could not appear. He used to come to visit at night. He used to come to visit at night. The teacher had the students write an essay as homework. The teacher had the students write an essay as homework. We have lived in this city for 5 years. We have lived in this city for 5 years. Altogether. Altogether. They often go to the gym to exercise. They often go to the gym to exercise. Depends. Depends. Let me show you how to do this. Let me show you how to do this. Are they nighttime industrialists? Are they nighttime industrialists? They are enjoying the sunset. They are enjoying the sunset. He's not happy, and I'm not happy either. He's not happy, and I'm not happy either. English was spoken all over the world. English was spoken all over the world. Have you ever seen a dolphin? Have you ever seen a dolphin? Couldn't they focus? Couldn't they focus? May I have your personal ID, please? May I have your personal ID, please? I am sure they will win the match. I am sure they will win the match. He is capable of speaking multiple languages. He is capable of speaking multiple languages. You should brush your teeth twice a day. You should brush your teeth twice a day. Better today. Better today. To make a decision. To make a decision. Hi John. Omar asked me the following question. What answer to him? Hi John. Omar asked me the following question. What answer to him? If you practice every day, you will improve your skills. If you practice every day, you will improve your skills. Tomorrow we will fly to Australia. Tomorrow we will fly to Australia. We wouldn't be arrested every week. We wouldn't be arrested every week. What is your return policy? What is your return policy? Are my cousins wrestlers? Are my cousins wrestlers? If there is a chance of rain, I will not go out. If there is a chance of rain, I will not go out. He lives here in New York. He lives here in New York. You should not appreciate at noon. You should not appreciate at noon. Does he judge? Does he judge? He goes to work by bus every day. He goes to work by bus every day. Should you usually be a doctor? Should you usually be a doctor? She has been taking care of her baby since birth. She has been taking care of her baby since birth. She works as a teacher and she is a nurse. She works as a teacher and she is a nurse. He always forgets his keys. He always forgets his keys. They should have cleaned their rooms before leaving. They should have cleaned their rooms before leaving. I use the internet every day. I use the internet every day. They will set up a book club in their neighborhood. They will set up a book club in their neighborhood. There are too many books on your shelf. There are too many books on your shelf. She hopes to be accepted into a good university. She hopes to be accepted into a good university. School ends 3:15. School ends 3:15. This is the park where we played when we were kids. This is the park where we played when we were kids. It may not decide after 5 seconds. It may not decide after 5 seconds. I want one of these. I want one of these. My mother passed away. My mother passed away. We are not economists after 2 weekends. We are not economists after 2 weekends. By the end of the year they will be traveling for 6 months. By the end of the year they will be traveling for 6 months. We destroy every day. We destroy every day. Can you explain how to use this tool? Can you explain how to use this tool? Did we look? Did we look? Were you always the captain? Were you always the captain? Do you ship every week? Do you ship every week? He is reading a book in the library. He is reading a book in the library. Thanks in advance. Thanks in advance. I don't notice anything special about it. I don't notice anything special about it. Does it diversify? Does it diversify? He always arrives on time. He always arrives on time. They want to buy a new house in the city. They want to buy a new house in the city. Do you have low sodium options? Do you have low sodium options? What should we do? We do not know about the operating system. What should we do? We do not know about the operating system. The children drew pictures with crayons. The children drew pictures with crayons. I say, is my uncle a garbage collector? Is my uncle a garbage collector? Can he judge often? Can he judge often? You should take your medicine 3 times a day. You should take your medicine 3 times a day. Lack of direction. Lack of direction. Will you not publish? Will you not publish? I'm going to paint my bedroom next weekend. I'm going to paint my bedroom next weekend. Do I have to work? Do I have to work? Is there a minimum purchase amount for credit card use? Is there a minimum purchase amount for credit card use? From where? From where? Because I'm not hungry. Because I'm not hungry. Do you think every year? Do you think every year? Are you comfortable with that? Are you comfortable with that? I need a break. I need a break. May I speak to the manager, please? May I speak to the manager, please? I must have an assistant. I must have an assistant. Should I never write words? Should I never write words? Should not invent every month. Should not invent every month. Jenny finished her homework before dinner. Jenny finished her homework before dinner.